When 8-year-old Ayaan Malik sold a handmade solar-powered toy to his neighbor for $3, he didn't know he had just taken the first step toward becoming the richest person in the world. No silver spoon, no inheritance, just a curious mind, a garage full of junk, and a fire in his heart that no one could put out. Ayaan was born in Pune, India, in a modest two-bedroom house that he shared with his parents, grandparents, and younger sister. His father, Ayaan Malik, worked long hours at a local auto repair shop. His mother, Farah, ran a tiffin service from their tiny kitchen, waking up at 4 a.m. to cook meals for office workers across the city. From the beginning, Ayaan was different. He didn't care for toys unless he could take them apart. While other kids watched cartoons, he devoured YouTube channels about science experiments and engineering tricks. Even when the videos were in English, he'd rewind, watch, guess the meaning, and mimic the steps with household items. At age 7, he used a broken fan motor, discarded wires, and a calculator's solar panel to build a mini rickshaw that moved when exposed to sunlight. It worked erratically, but it worked. He sold it for 250 rupees to his neighbor, sparking something deeper. The idea that invention could also be a livelihood. His diary entry that night read, "Make things that help. Sell things that help." At 10, Ayaan created a YouTube channel called Little Spark, where he posted videos of himself building small gadgets with basic tools. His charisma wasn't loud. He was quiet, earnest, and deeply sincere. His voice cracked. He stumbled through his explanations, but his passion made him magnetic. Soon, he had over 100,000 subscribers. That's when Dr. Kavita Shah, a tech entrepreneur and MIT graduate, found his channel. She flew to Pune just to meet him. She saw in him what Silicon Valley often missed: genuine purpose. She invited him to Mumbai for a 3-month program under her accelerator for youth inventors from underprivileged backgrounds. There, Ayaan pitched his idea: a foldable solar mat that could charge devices in rural areas with no electricity. It was light, cheap, and weather-resistant. A panel of angel investors awarded him a $50,000 seed grant. SparkCharge was born. He built his first team at 12, 5 engineers, all adults. He was the CEO, the youngest in India at the time. The first production batch of Spark mats sold out in 3 days. The product was picked up by NGOs, emergency relief agencies, and small vendors in remote towns. Ayaan reinvested every rupee. But success didn't come without setbacks. At 14, a factory defect led to overheating in several Spark mats, causing burns to 2 users. The media pounced. Ayaan faced public backlash, lawsuits, and even threats. For weeks, he couldn't sleep. He offered full refunds, publicly apologized, and pulled the entire product line. Instead of hiding, he faced it head on. What could have ruined him made him stronger. He doubled down on safety and partnered with leading solar engineers to develop Spark Grid, a modular AI-powered energy system that could connect or stand alone. It could light homes, charge phones, and run small appliances. Most importantly, it could grow, 1 panel at a time. By 17, Spark Grid was powering 30,000 villages across India, Bangladesh, and East Africa. It replaced diesel generators and was 5 times cheaper than grid expansion. Governments took notice. Tech giants offered to buy him out. Ayaan refused. He was never in it for the money. When asked in an interview why he kept declining billion-dollar buyouts, he simply said, "You can't sell your mission." Not if you mean it. At 18, he became the youngest self-made billionaire in history. His net worth hit $1.4 billion. But more impressive was the impact. In communities powered by Spark Grid, literacy rates went up. Shops stayed open later. Hospitals ran overnight. Entire economies revived. Then came Spark Learn, a low-cost tablet designed for offline learning in rural areas. Preloaded with multilingual curricula and powered by solar charging cases, it reached over 20 million students within 3 years. Teachers called it a miracle. But Ayaan wasn't finished. At 21, he launched Spark Bio, focused on life-saving medical tech. From solar-powered vaccine coolers to AI-assisted diagnostic kits, Spark Bio brought healthcare to places roads couldn't reach. Ayaan's companies expanded to 42 countries. He employed over 100,000 people globally. Still, he lived in a modest apartment near his Pune headquarters, ate lunch with his engineers, and rode an electric scooter to work. When the world's richest list was released on his 25th birthday, Ayaan Malik had overtaken every tech tycoon. Net worth, $348 billion. His face was on every magazine cover. His inbox flooded with investment pitches. Hollywood wanted a biopic. He turned it all down. Instead, he launched the Spark Foundation, pledging 95% of his wealth to fund youth-led solutions to poverty, climate, and education. His foundation offered $1 million grants to any under 18 inventor, solving real-world problems. No strings, just mentorship, tools, and trust. When a New York Times journalist asked him if he felt like he'd won at life, Ayaan responded, "I didn't win. I got a spark. I passed it on. That's how we win together." Epilogue. A decade later, a 14-year-old girl in Kenya created a water harvesting roof system and credited SparkLearn for teaching her engineering. A boy in Bolivia used Spark Grid to electrify his village in the Andes. A team in Laos used Spark Biotech to stop a dengue outbreak. They weren't outliers. They were the children of Ayaan's spark. Back in Pune, Ayaan's childhood garage has become a living museum, not of gold or luxury, but of scraps, notes, burnt-out wires, and dusty tools. A small plaque reads, "This is where the richest man in the world first learned to give."